Hi, friends. Welcome to Call Me Later, the number one pop culture and sports show for the girls.
Good
Jalen.
morning. Good morning.
That's how everybody should wake up.
Period.
I was
Okay.
just talking to somebody about like how bright you are every time I see you. And they were saying the same thing.
That is so sweet. Who was it?
I think it was Simone. I think it was Simone. It was Simone or Faith, one of the two.
Ah, love my sisters.
Love my sisters.
Love
All right, well, y'all,
y'all.
we're about to get started. This is Call Me Later.
Woo!
I think.
I think
Women's STEM is really, oh, here.
women is them. Here we go. Here we go.
Girl.
So let's talk about it.
Let's
One of
talk
these
about
days,
women in STEM, okay?
yes, we're still figuring it out, but one of these days that's gonna be seamless.
Oh,
Okay,
seamless.
just know
Seamless.
that. I need y'all to know that. Okay, we're gonna do what we're calling the catch up. Okay, because we can get a little long winded sometimes. Okay,
We
so we're
can.
gonna do a little 60-second catch up. Jalen and I haven't really caught up today, or in the last couple of days actually.
Yeah,
So
we've been busy
we're gonna
girls.
catch each other up, and we get 60 seconds to do it, so we don't overdo it. Okay,
Are
you're
you
gonna
going
go first.
first? I'm going first? Okay.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, I got your time on the clock, babe.
Okay, my nail lady is back in town. She left for her New Year's to go back to Vietnam on January 22nd. So I've been without my nail lady since then. She texts me, we're getting the appointment back on the books. I went to the Big 12 tournament, the men's tournament last night, had a great little time, saw the electronic court. Have mixed emotions, don't know how I feel about it. Would like to talk to the cheerleaders to see how they feel. Going to lunch with one of my bestest guy friends today. I'm very excited to see him. Haven't seen him in a
Yay.
minute. I did a slick back yesterday. I look like a honey bun, and I think that's great. What else? I honestly think I just caught you all up and under my time. But I would
Yes.
like to also say, fight for your rights. Fight for
Fight
your
for
rights.
your rights.
Fight for your rights. Okay.
Yes. That was perfect. Perfect. Lovely. Um, I do recall you telling me about this nail lady before, so
Yeah, Helen. Shout out to my girl Helen.
I'm glad
That's my
y'all
girl.
are y'all are back together and back on the books.
So excited.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, so worked the ACC tournament last week. So much fun. Made the block hot for Paige Becker's lookalike, which I hate that for her. Honestly, she's a baby, she's a child, and I shouldn't have compared her online, I guess, to Paige Becker's. I just asked her if the hairstyle was
I
fine.
mean, you weren't far off.
Thank you, but of course the internet goes hard for Paige Becker, so I see what happened, but I do apologize to Toby Fournier. Okay. I did go to see reminders of him last night with Tyreek Withers, and that man is fine. Okay. I will say it did give me the ick a little bit about him, which I didn't think was possible. Okay. Very much
Mm,
my type 6'5", big, whatever. So unfortunate, but solid movie. I'd go see it again, but
right.
had a great time. Glad to be here with you today. And that's the catch up.
And that's the catch up. Woo, that was scary.
Scary, but also fun. It like kept
Lots of
us tight,
fun.
I like
Yeah.
that. I
Oh,
like that.
exhilarating. What a way to start the morning.
Beautiful. All right. So we are going to hop into some headlines.
Headlines. Here's what we have on the docket today, y'all. Hawks canceling Magic City night. Ooh.
Mm.
Champ Sunday, obviously the women are punching tickets. We got tickets punched all over the country. CBA deadline was indeed yesterday. Do they have a deal? You'll find out in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Paris Fashion Week. What is going on? Zendaya, hands in the pocket, gold band, what's happening? And Asia Wilson's man scored 83 points last night,
Do
passing
we give it
Kobe. Yeah.
do we give it
So,
up for the fact that on this show, you
oh,
are gonna be Asia Wilson's what you call it? Man.
man.
Asia Wilson's
I
man.
mean,
You really
husband, we can put that in the air. I don't know if she want that. I don't know. She ain't said that out loud.
now come on,
I mean, hey, some people like life partners.
Jalen.
Some people, I hope
Jalen.
my girl wants to get married. I would love that for her, but I don't want
Asia
to put that
Wilson.
on her.
Asia Wilson from South Carolina wants to get married.
You're right. You're right. So not her husband yet,
Yes.
but
But
her
he's
man.
locked in, babe. He's locked in.
They're
He's
locked in.
very much about her. Okay. Which we'll get into later. But what do you want to do first?
I think we should start with the CBA deadline because that is fight for your rights. Fight for your rights.
Right.
Fight for your
Fight for
rights.
your rights. We need shirts.
We need shirts. Let's get them because yesterday, March 10th, was the CBA deadline for the WNBA. And they were in that room in New York for 12 hours and came out with a bunch of nothing. No deal. No deal. Um, I'm when I went to sleep last night, okay, they were still in the room cooking apparently. And I woke up this morning and I said, "Here we go. We're going to have a season." And there is still no deal. Now,
Which
let's
now
see.
confirms that it will be delayed, right?
Well, that's not what originally they said that if they did not have a deal by yesterday, it was going to impact the season. But the way that people are talking coming out of this room, you know, the reporters were standing outside that building, honey.
Yeah.
Commissioner Kathy Engelbert said we're working hard and still have work to do. And everybody that talked to the media afterwards, like early this morning, is saying that they're moving in the right direction. I don't really care what the heads of the WNBA are saying, to be quite honest. I want to hear from the players because moving in the right direction, I want to hear that from the players because I know one of the big things that a lot of players have been talking about are the housing stipulations that are in CBA and about, you know, including housing and because people are getting apartments and then getting traded on what's the word? Dang, what's the word? On contracts where they're like supposed to, I can't pull the word right now. Guaranteed. Okay. On guaranteed deals, people were getting traded and they had their apartments. Do you know how much rent is? Do you know how much rent is? I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and I'm paying $1,800.
US dollars.
Now, is it a very nice apartment? Yes. Is it spacious? Yes. Do I feel safe? Yes. But that's beside the point. No one should be paying that much for rent. So I get the housing thing. So as of right now, March 11th, 10 a.m., what time? Yeah. There is no deal. I don't know what the steps forward look like in making this deal because how y'all sit in the room for 12 hours and still don't have a deal. Right. So I'm ready to hear from a player, Kathy Engelbert, like obviously as commissioner, it's great to hear what she has to say, but I want to hear from the ladies.
Right. And those players that were in the meeting is Brianna Stewart, Neko Ogwumike, Bree Turner, and Alicia Clark. It looks like they exited at 3 a.m. this morning, and the commissioner and her staff left at 5:20 this morning, just for context for those who didn't, you know, Jalen said 12 hours. Yeah. So they were really in there.
So I again, we've talked about this before. I would obviously hate if there was a delay in the WNBA season and if there was no season at all. We have a lot of sisters who work in the WNBA and I would hate for this to affect their bag and their pockets. But again, fight for your rights.
For your rights.
Fight for your rights. Fight for your rights.
I'm there.
So that's what Call Me Later has to say about these. We are supporting the ladies in getting what they want because I really do think that nobody thought that this was going to happen, or maybe the heads didn't think this was going to happen because maybe they thought they would just accept things,
grateful. Yeah,
be grateful,
and not want to lose the season and all the things. But given how strongly they have stood together in previous negotiations, I just don't understand why they would have thought that would be the case, especially given the conversation that's happening online. Like fans are all about it.
Yeah.
Like just because Charles Barkley and anybody else has anything to say, like most women's sports fans who are the actual people in the seats, like we're like, go get your bag, please.
Do your thing. Do your thing. So I think that is a metaphor for women in general. Do not take less than what you are worth, you deserve what you are asking for. And especially if you've built something and you are the reason something is what it is, you need to get paid for it. So I'm sending love and I guess great sleep to those people that were in that room because, baby, 12 hours in a room.
3 a.m.
3
Okay,
a.m.?
I'm gone.
I'm deep sleep. Deep sleep. That's crazy.
Please count me all the way out for the bonus.
All the way.
I'm very much a I gotta go home kind of gal. And I told you that.
No, she very much is. She will try to leave places early.
Unless it's like a once in a lifetime. Well, it's just not gonna happen a lot.
Often,
Like,
yeah.
for the memes, I'll always commit.
Yeah.
But other than that, if it's something we do on the regular, I am out. Anyway, let's move on. What we got up next?
I'll
Let's
let
see.
you
We
pick.
got some NBA news. Fine, talk about him, Jalen.
Okay, now. Shout out to the NBA. I do not feel that way when y'all are ready to hire me. So here's the thing. So the NBA has canceled the Hawks Magic City night. And if you are not familiar with what was going on, the Atlanta Hawks were going to have a night partnered with Magic City, which is one of the most notorious strip clubs ever. They have great wings. They have great wings. Lemon pepper. That's my go-to. I mean, not in a strip club. I mean, yes, in a strip club, but also just on a regular day.
Yes. I have personally not frequented or gone to this establishment, but I love a lemon pepper wing, period.
And if you can get a good lemon pepper wing, why not go? Okay. And support women? Come on. Okay.
Right.
But anyway, this has been the discussion is that, once the Hawks announced that this was happening, they were getting mixed reactions. One of the most, I guess, read reactions was Spurs center Luke Cornett, who decided that he was going to write a think piece on how this was disrespectful to women.
On his Substack.
And basically said that, there's a lot of SA that happens in strip clubs, which is very true. And that the NBA should not be partnering with an establishment and should be standing up for women and da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, well, first thing, do you think that there should have been a Magic City night? I am curious.
I don't necessarily. I'm not in opposition to it.
Okay.
I think the problem that I had with it when I first saw it was, what does this entail?
Right.
And the reason that it was because obviously the NBA is a family, like you take your family to the game, like it's a family friendly. But I do think one thing that NBA teams, and I think just professional sports teams in general, they take on the personality of their city. And that's a staple for Atlanta and Atlanta's culture. And T.I. was supposed to be performing at halftime. And so I was not in opposition to it. My thing is, I hear what Luke Cornett is saying. Okay, you want to stand up for women, respectability, da-da-da-da. I don't genuinely believe that's why it got canceled.
Right.
So I don't want it to seem like the NBA just decided that they love women too much and they respect women too much that they wanted to cancel this, because unfortunately, that I don't think that's the truth. I think if it would have come out and everybody would have been like, hey, they would have been like, hey, and then they would have gone on with it.
Right.
Well,
and they don't have a history. Men's pro sports do not have a history of backing women or supporting women and the safety of women. So it's just hard to believe that suddenly. Also, I didn't realize, he's not even on the team that they were playing. They were playing.
No, they're playing the Magic. Yeah.
I was like, so even. Anyway,
yeah. He just did not want it.
How he thought that his voice was important. But again, I guess it was on his Substack. He thought it would just be shouting into the void of his followers. I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's a conversation to be had about it for sure. But the problem that I have now is it has taken like, yes, the NBA standing up for
Right.
women. Ah, ah,
Right.
ah.
During Women's History Month. Well, I will say this. I don't know why you would need a Magic City night at the Hawks.
And that's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
As someone who is here, I get the relevance. And I think both the Dream and the Hawks try to bring the culture of the city to the games. And I absolutely understand that. I just don't understand. And part of it was not knowing what the activations would be, right?
Mhm.
So the TI thing, okay, halftime performance, that makes sense. That's very Atlanta. Obviously,
Yeah.
lemon pepper wings, all that makes sense. That's also very Atlanta. I think without having it be Magic
The
City
Magic
night.
City night. Yep.
And then one of the founders of Magic City was going to be on a podcast with some of the people from the Hawks. So, I think that was a big part of it. I don't know the element of what the Gentlemen's Club provides was going to be a part of the night outside of that, besides the cultural relevance thing.
Yeah. And it might have just been, and I read something that said this was it was planned this wasn't like a new thing that came up. And so I
Also by a
think,
Black woman here in the city who does the
correct.
branding for the Hawks.
Yeah.
Who
Melissa
does a great job.
Proctor.
Yeah.
She's wonderful and great and does great work and has been in the NBA for quite some time.
Yes.
I don't think this is any, they plan the night. Teams plan theme nights all the time, and they don't have
And
to
to be
get.
fair, people were excited. I know somebody who bought
Yes.
the shirt,
Yeah.
So people were excited. So just to be clear, my thought was, I don't know why this was happening, but I also don't think the NBA should have canceled it given the reasons that they provided. So
Yeah.
that's where I am.
And I think that's the thing, because it's like, if we look at past,
Right. Your record does not speak to this.
y'all care about women so much that y'all will allow abusers to stay on rosters.
And some of y'all voted for abusers. Let's just keep that a buck. I don't know Luke Cornett's business, but I just
No,
really hope
and don't know
he's
his
voting for the
business.
rights of women. I really do.
Correct.
Correct.
So let's not cherry pick when we
Yeah.
want to support women.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But shout out to Magic City. I have been to the establishment, great wings, great
I
time.
really do have to try these wings because y'all really do.
No, you
yes.
do. You
Yes.
do. I think it's like the atmosphere. Like, you just in there, you got your wings, you got your ranch, like
Yeah.
things are happening,
Yeah.
the music is going. It's just a good time, you know?
And I respect people getting the bag how they want to get the bag.
And
That's
get
also
your
needs to be paramount.
bag. Because can I do that? No.
Couldn't.
So I
Not athletic enough.
no, I respect paying for and supporting people doing things that I cannot do. That's why I go see Beyonce. Are you kidding? That's why I'm gonna pay $400,
I was about to say.
$500.
I spent way too much on tickets that were not close enough, and that's okay. That's just a cross I have to bear.
Get ready, she's coming again. She's coming again.
Does she know the world is on fire or no?
Well, she's not touring this year. It'll be next year.
She's like, get your coins.
Get
up.
y'all stuff together,
Get that rent equivalent
baby.
for that ticket.
Baby, don't worry, because once I move out of here, I will be starting a Beyonce savings. Don't you even worry about it.
Look, I'm happy for you. I'll have to get my mind around it. That's the biggest thing. I gotta get my mind around it. But that's
Get
okay.
ready.
I'm gonna get much closer than last time. I'll say that. And
Period.
yeah, we'll
Growth.
leave it. We'll leave it there. So what we got? What's up next?
What's next?
Let's go just a little bit pop culture since we've done some sports. Let's
Let's
go
do it.
Zendaya and Paris Fashion Week.
I know
okay?
you're so excited
I'm
about
not
this.
like super tapped into Paris Fashion Week, so please do not. My like lens in is Rachel Omondi, like the woman who hosts the Cutting Room Floor podcast. Love her. I've been watching her clips from it. She was at the Louis Vuitton show which is where Zendaya was yesterday, where we saw her for the first time with
Oh.
man. Now I will say this is where it started. Okay, so
She's
I was making some
taking it.
content, and this is where women in STEM are killing me. Women in STEM. Let me back up. Y'all are missing all the magic.
We're
Here.
missing the video, but we are looking at Zendaya's beautiful self. Oh, there she is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Wait, play it one more
I was
time.
about to say, yeah. We gotta
get
see
the full effect. She looks so good. I love it. Mm-hmm.
There was one with music on it that was like so bad. Like she was looking back at the camera, you know. I decided to get that one. Copyright.
Copyright. Oh yeah.
The way she poses, like with the movement, like, and she tells the photographers like, chill. 'Cause she's like,
Chill.
with the movement, which
I'm gonna get into it.
right, as someone who doesn't pose well at all, like
She ain't lying, y'all.
I gotta
She ain't lying.
Ugh.
I want to say, aren't the girls so lucky that she chose to be an actress?
So lucky. She would be shutting every runway down on the cover of every magazine. Not that she isn't doing
Not that she isn't, but it's just, she is just, and diabolical.
And to be humble. Like, she's like, y'all can have some of that.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want to be in the spotlight. Even with this ring thing, like, right? Like, in that video I showed you, her hands are in her pockets.
Yeah, because y'all are not catching her.
What'd you say?
Y'all are not catching her slipping, which I think is diabolical, her and La Roche. Because how you gonna drop that she got married?
Right.
And then the next time we see her out, I know you tell her to put her hands in her pocket.
100%. And she's in white. That was my other thing.
Yes. The bridal white. She looks stunning. This short hair on her is gorgeous. She's just look at her leg. Like I just can't get over that she wakes up and looks like that every day. It's sickening. Yeah. It's sickening.
Yeah.
And I look like a honey bun.
Chicken nugget, according to you.
Chicken nugget. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Oh my gosh.
But what are we gonna see the pictures from the wedding, do you think?
No, unfortunately. I think if we ever see it, it will certainly be no Vogue spread. They've already talked about that, like, which I never expected.
No.
But maybe some anniversary in the distant future. I feel like
25 years.
25 years seems excessive. Maybe like 10. Like 8.
Maybe like 1 year anniversary.
You think?
Please, I don't know. Please.
I just also wonder, like, are they even actually married? That's my thing. Like, if you threw everybody off your scent, right? Like, you're like, oh, we married anybody. Don't even worry about checking for us. And then, like, they pop up married actually in like 6 months because nobody was looking for it.
I don't know. It's just the way that he said it. And shout out to, I don't know the interviewer's name who got that clip of La Roche.
Well, he dropped it at 2 places, which made me skeptical.
Like, okay, because I've only seen it once.
It was first on Access Hollywood. I don't know the interviewer's name. And I don't think it just came out. Nothing just comes out for La Roche. So he said it. And then he went down to Nichelle Turner for Entertainment Tonight and he repeated it.
Yeah.
And that made me a little skeptical because the new movie she's in is based around like this wedding gone wrong. So I'm like, are they trying to promote this movie? Like this? No, I think they could be doing both. She could be married and it could be promoting and driving buzz for that.
A little double entendre.
Because he said it the exact same way both times.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all already missed it. Like it was.
Yeah, y'all missed it. Like,
right. Like it gave, unless they were like literally next to each other, which Nichelle seemed shocked, so it didn't seem like they were near each other. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm still holding out hope that this was like a PR stunt of some sort, like that they were just pulling. But either way, we're not seeing the pictures. Bottom line.
Also, shout out to Nichelle Turner, MIZ.
Oh my God. Everything is Mizzou.
I mean, can we crank out greatness? One of these days, I'm just going to have to bring a list to the table. You know, I the way I
I'm sure you
feel
have it
about
already.
well, I could go right now, but I know we have a lot to get to, so I'm just gonna
We have a
save
lot
it
to
for
get
a
to. You're
day
right. You're right.
that we can really get into it. But MIZZOU, Miss Michelle Turner, thank you very
Oh my
much.
gosh. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Where we going next? Where we going next? What we got?
Oh, let's
We got
see. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Summary of Champ Sunday next, and then we can finish with Asia's man.
beautiful.
You
Beautiful.
know, Champ Sunday. I'm gonna start in the conference that I care the most about, and it's
Oh,
the SEC. Obviously, y'all know I'm a little sad to report this news. Obviously, y'all probably know already, but South Carolina did lose in the championship game to
that was
Texas.
crazy. It was crazy.
Wild. Now, let me tell you how I saw the beginning of this game. Okay, the game that Keys was at, the ACC championship, went into overtime. So
Best game of the weekend.
such a good game. Such a good game. Shout out to Louisville and Duke. They battled it out and it was wonderful. But as I'm sitting there watching the end of that game, South Carolina and Texas is supposed to be coming on after that game. It goes into overtime, so I'm like, okay, great. You know how they put the little score bug in the corner that like shows you the score of the game that's coming up next that you're really like tuning in to watch?
Yeah.
Baby, that score bug said 11-0 Texas. I said, must be a typo. Must
Couldn't
be a
be.
typo.
Couldn't be
Couldn't
them.
be. Somebody has just, it is just a mistake. Not even 3 minutes after I say that, there's a break in the Duke Louisville game, and they go to the studio for like a check-in. And the first thing the host says is, "Don't worry, what you're looking at is not a typo."
She said, "Let me check you. I know what y'all are
I
thinking."
know what y'all are thinking, but no. And at that point, the score was 14-0, I think.
Yeah, that got spooky so fast.
Texas turned South Carolina over like I think three possessions in a row. South Carolina just looked disheveled. I don't I honestly don't know. I don't know. Texas just looked locked in. They looked like they were really playing for and they did and that win gets them a lot. Allegedly, that gets them the last or the number 1 seed that will send them to the Fort Worth regional instead of Sacramento, which is huge because now you're basically having a home game for a regional
Right.
because you're going to be in Fort Worth. That's huge. So they looked like they were ready to go. And South Carolina I don't think they ever got it under 9, maybe 8.
Yeah.
It just,
Raven looked like she was trying to make a push. I'll say
yes,
that. And
yes. She looked like she was trying, but baby, Texas, they said, don't worry about it.
well, they wouldn't be denied this time.
No.
I think the game earlier this season stung, right?
Mhm.
Or I guess in the conference season. And yeah, I just think that they wouldn't be denied. And I'll give it to you. Vic Schaefer's a very good coach.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Play a specific style of defense that they are. I mean, you can clearly see they focus on that, and so I mean they can beat certainly anybody. But yeah, it just looked like South Carolina from the little bit that I watched because once it got out of hand, and I was at the ACC, I was coming home and all those things. I was like, now wait a minute, what went wrong here? But when you turn the game on, it's just South Carolina not hitting shots, right?
Mhm.
Like opportunities that they probably would make. I'm talking smoked layups. Yeah, just made it hard for them.
Tessa was
And
cold too,
right,
which did
but
not help.
like Dawn said, the last time this happened to them, they went and ran or won a national championship. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it does light a fire under some kids and some teams to make practice a little tougher, go a little harder,
Yeah.
focus a little more in the scout, all those type of things.
Yeah. I do hate it for Raven. I know she really wanted another SEC
Yeah, she
championship.
got 4,
I
3,
mean, she's
3,
3.
3,
3 of them.
probably. Yeah.
Why?
I mean, of course you want 4, but also like I think she'll be okay.
I think she'll be okay.
I
And
think
I just hate that it went that way. Like I wanted that game to be, I wanted it to be like the game you were at.
oh
Please tell us about Duke and Louisville and being in that building for that.
yes, but to your point though, I thought the SEC championship was the game of the day.
Yeah,
I
for
thought
sure.
that going into it, I'm thinking we are about to get some really high level hoops. But the ACC tournament, no, did not disappoint. Quarterfinals were blowouts. We talked about that on Saturday. Semis better, especially in that game one. But you're so for Duke got out slow, similar to South Carolina versus Texas, right? Duke came out slow. Um, Louisville pounced, which again, Louisville's defense, I think, they built their identity defending, and I knew like Jeff Walls would have them being chaotic and bringing the pressure,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happened. And then Duke's leading scorer, foul trouble. Toby Fournier, she fouls out in regulation. So it looked like even though Duke had come back, it was gonna get bleak there. They traded baskets in the fourth quarter after Duke finally got the lead. But yeah, ultimately Duke forced overtime. Notre Dame got multiple looks at it. Not Notre Dame, Lord.
Louisville.
Louisville. Um, my brain is like semifinals still. But Taina Mayer from Duke, whose draft stock, at the very least, professional stock just went up through the roof. She had a double double, almost a triple double. She had 19 and 12 points and assists, or excuse me, points and rebounds. She's a small guard. All right. So
Yeah.
12 rebounds, crazy. But she just willed them as a senior to the finish. I mean, it was amazing to watch her kind of command the floor and keep her team in it, similar to that role of like what I was talking about with Raven Johnson. So huge, huge, huge for her. I think that there are several tough teams coming out of the ACC. And
Agreed.
yeah, people should certainly be watching out. Now, I think the SEC has something to say about that, and I think
For
they'll have
sure.
the most teams in the NCAA tournament. But yeah, I think we're in for some good games down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, the men will have their turn. Will have started their tournaments, and then we'll have
Yeah.
selection Sunday, and then it'll be time to go. The other two teams from our Power Four conferences that won their tournaments, UCLA and the Big Ten. I was about to say,
People are saying
obviously,
they look scary now.
they look, yeah,
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 I haven't watched. I have to go back and watch it. But I did have someone, a UCLA fan, text me and say, I mean, is it far fetched to believe that they could win it all and they could beat UConn? Because, and now, look, everybody's deal is like, can they beat UConn? And I think,
yeah.
like, hold on, I think as
They
good
have
as
a lot
UConn
to
is,
get
we can't
through.
just, huh?
They have a lot to get through before they get to UConn.
Right, exactly. Like, I think there are some formidable teams competing. So, like, we're not going to assume that UConn is going to make it there either. But I also want to say that people making a big deal about UConn's schedule and it not being tough or as
I'm
tough as
glad
some
you're
other.
bringing this up.
And I only wanted to say it because we've been having that conversation for a decade.
We have.
Okay. And so their conference schedule, people would feel like didn't prepare them for the national tournament. And then they go and win the national tournament. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I think it would be valid if it were anybody else but UConn at this point.
Yeah.
Like I just think it's a hard argument to make after year of this being disproven. So I'll
Yeah.
say that. What were you gonna
And
say?
and that's fair. I was gonna bring this up because Gino basically he went on a rant. I don't know if this is in a post game presser, I think, or
Okay.
I can't remember what it was, but he was talking about how, he doesn't understand how teams who were under 500 or whatever, or in their conference that don't win their conference, like get to the tournament. Like, why are all these teams in the
Yeah.
tournament? And part of me was like, okay, coach. Like,
Right.
yes, your team does not play in a very strong conference,
Right.
but if anybody gets to say it, I guess it's him because,
Right.
he doesn't play in a strong conference, but ends up going and being in Final Fours and winning national championships.
Right.
Nobody can take away what UConn has done. But I do think there is something to be said about teams who do play in strong conferences
Right. And beat up on each other.
and beat up on each other. Like, I think two things can be true at one time, that you have a team like UConn who doesn't play in a strong conference. They do have some, strong non-con games that end up preparing them, and they are prepared for the tournament because they go to UConn.
Right. Exactly.
That's the simple fact. UConn is prepared to play in the national tournament because they're UConn.
Right.
That's the reason. Some teams get prepared to play in the tournament because they're getting beat up by Tennessee. Well, hold on. Not Tennessee.
Also, UConn did beat Tennessee this year, though.
Yes, and that's Tennessee was not supposed to come out of my mouth. Texas is what was supposed to come out of my mouth because that's not. Sorry, Tennessee, not this year. Texas and LSU and South Carolina and Ole Miss. You have these teams that are just beating up on each other all year long.
Right.
So of course, maybe I'm gonna lose a game or two. Right. I'm sorry. I'm tired. My legs hurts. My arm is wrapped up.
And the SEC is physical.
Okay. Cody McMahon is backing up into my chest. Ow. Okay. It hurts, and now I'm tired, and sorry I lost the game. Right. So I think two things can be true at one time. I hear what he's saying, but I also get the people that are saying we play a tough schedule all year, not just in non-con.
Right.
So, and before we wrap this up, shout out to also West Virginia that won their Big 12 tournament here in KC. Upsets. Everybody thought it was going to be TCU. They said, no, ma'am, no ham.
No, ma'am.
So, yeah.
Again, I haven't seen that one, but the final score looks convincing enough. I don't know if they were fouling toward the end, but looks convincing. So,
yeah.
A lot of good teams, a lot of hopeful parity, right?
Yes.
Going into the tournament, like this is what, listen, if we're going to have the transfer portal, if we're going to have NIL, like at least we get these opportunities out of it.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see, the products on the floor. I will be at the Final Four. So holla at me if you're
Lucky duck.
But we will now move to talking about Asia's man.
Yes. Shout out to Asia's man. Bam Adebayo just had look at that. Look at them. Oh, so cute.
Lord, I've seen what you've done for others. And I just want to take a moment to say, like, if there is a faithful NBA player out there for me, then I hope that you will open those doors. But more importantly, Bam scored 83 points in his game last night. Y'all know I don't even talk about men, but I only talk about men in proximity to the women in their lives. Okay? So A'ja Wilson, five-time MVP?
4.
Did I make that up? 4-time MVP?
4.
We're manifesting that fifth one.
We're manifesting.
And she was in attendance, and this is what he had to say following in a press conference, which she was sitting next to him. I don't know how that all happened.
I know that's right. That's all I have to say about that. I know
my 10,000 point and how she wanted me to wait. So to have 83, the first game she's here is very special. The behind the scenes and the workouts and the conversations, they're very motivating. And obviously you see what she does and you get inspired every day by that. So I'm thankful to have her in my life. She's gonna cry, by the way.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
How cute.
How cutie pie.
Right, like
I've been giggling at the videos and the pictures all night long. And then she goes on to say, like, she can't let it be without saying that he inspires her to the max too. And so I just think that was so special. His mom was also at the game. And And obviously, there are some haters. I just wish I would shut up.
Ooh.
People are just talking about how he got to the 83 and he got to the line 45 whatever. If it was easy, people would do it and score 83
Right.
every night. I just
Right.
don't understand why people want to be so miserable. Let him be excited. Let us get these moments. It just really irks my soul. Why are we having think pieces about how the 83 happened? Have you ever
Right.
scored 83 points in anything?
I can't even imagine scoring 83 points.
That
Like
is wild.
sheer exhaustion. Like do you know the field goal attempts on that?
I do not know the field goal attempts. This happened while I was at the Big 12 game last night. So we turned it on somebody's phone when he was at 79, I think, or
Okay.
maybe 77. And so I think the cool thing about this too was Eric Spoelstra didn't pull him out the game. I think he
Yeah.
realized at a certain time, like, okay, this might happen.
Right. You got to
And
go in.
you gotta go for it. Like, let fun things happen. The NBA has a long season.
Yeah.
Games and moments like this fuel your team. It was really cool to see his teammates like manufacturing plays to get him the ball
Mm.
and just really trying. Now, the Wizards were being a little weird, and I get y'all are still playing a game, but why are y'all quadruple teaming him? Like, move,
Because
move.
you
Like,
don't want to be the team that somebody got 83 on.
but
You
guess
don't want to.
what? Either you're gonna be the team that somebody gets 83 on, or you're gonna be the team that somebody gets 79 on. Like, let him do the thing. Like, at that point, it's like, I'm sorry. Like, at that point, okay, so he doesn't break Kobe's record. He still scores 79 points on y'all. Like, just let him get it. So they were like quadruple teaming him, and his teammates, like, I think somebody even missed a free throw at the end so that it would carafe off to his side so he could get, like, it was wholesome. And for people that are complaining that he got to the line a lot, they were fouling him. I don't know what y'all want him to do.
So he went 36 or 43 from the line. Okay. And then he finished 20 of 43 from the field.
Yeah,
That's a lot of shots. That's
it's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of shots.
shots. And that's a very good free throw percentage though, too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
I
it's
can't
like,
imagine.
yeah, he went to the line a lot, but you still got to make those shots. People don't make
Right.
free throw shots all the time. So
Yeah.
I just think the whole how he got there and blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Like, who cares? Like,
People, like you said, want to be miserable,
want
want
to
to
be
complain.
miserable. This is the problem that we have today. People just
Indeed.
can't take the sunshine when it comes. Just take it. Take it. Y'all want to stand in the
Love
rain all the
that.
time?
I love that. Beautiful.
Ugh.
You spitting on this
I'm
Wednesday.
trying to get y'all this morning. Shout out to Bam. I love that for him. I love that Asia was there. I love that his mom was there. I love that love is happening. Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Beautiful. Well, we have come to the end of our show. We've hit all of our headlines. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
You know, I actually have a couple of shout outs this week again.
You always got multiple shout outs.
Because I just love people. You know what? I honestly, this week, I do want to shout out my two best friends, Jalen Henderson and Lexi Sweat. Some things have happened to our little group in the past week or so. Good things, scary things. And we all have just loved on each other and banded together this week. And just, it's those little things that remind you of like why you're friends with people. And like, it could be a simple thing that they're doing, and then you just feel like it's the world. And so I just want to shout out to my besties because I know when the chips are down, honey, they're going to be right there to help me pick them up. Okay. And I just love them so much, and I can't wait to continue to do life with them. So I just am so in awe of who they are as women, and I just love them so much. So that's my shout out.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So were they a collective shout out or were there others?
Well, that was my like there were
Okay.
multiple, but it was them. So
Okay. I got you.
yeah.
Okay. I am gonna be a dead horse because you said this last week, but LaChina Robinson, I'm gonna
Yes.
give my own shout out.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw her at the ACC tournament. She was the reason I was at the ACC tournament. She's the
Hmm.
reason I'm in a lot of these rooms. So
Okay.
shout out to her. But I was doing an interview with Erica Wheeler, which I still need to post.
Yeah.
And she photobombed me in the back. And
So cute.
I just, yes. And I didn't see it until I started editing the video. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I just love her down.
She's
Like,
amazing.
she's amazing. She has advocated for us. She's a very fight for your rights gal,
Fight for your rights, honey.
right? Like that should be her motto. Put it on a shirt,
Fight
put
for
her
your
name under it.
rights.
Fight for your rights. But she has gotten us in so many rooms, so many meetings, conversations with people, jobs.
Yeah.
And I just love her. She's so fun. She's
And
so fun.
she doesn't just care about professional life
Yes,
things.
yes, of course.
She cares about life things, which I think
Yeah.
is so I want to say rare to find because in a real mentor, that's somebody that should be caring about your life things and professional things. But
Right.
she can just, as busy as she is, when we get on the phone, she will talk about anything that you want to talk about. And I think that is so, so special. And she's just a special woman and
She is.
just so honored to know her.
And we love her.
We love her. We love you, LaChina.
Okay. Well, that is Call Me Later. We will see y'all Saturday, 7 p.m., same place.
Same
If you think
time.
of anything, exactly. You think of anything in the meantime, put it in the comments. Send us an email. It's in the bio. Send us a voice message. We would love that. We'll play
We
it
would
right
love
here.
that.
It's been good. Jalen, I love being with you.
I love you so much. I hope you have the greatest Wednesday of your life. Until next
Yes.
Wednesday, when it's going to be great again.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.